Yo, what's up guys? It's Bailey or Frosty Shadows here. Now, for my second video, I thought I might as well just pretty much do the same as my first. Play some Infinite Warfare and tell a story. So, where do I start with this one? My mum, on Christmas Day actually. So, my mum, on Christmas Day, was just walking past and she trips over a wire and breaks her pinky. She didn't know that, so she just ignored it for, I think, 3 or so weeks instead of getting it checked out until she finally got it checked out in Coromandel and got sent to the hospital. It wasn't anything too major, she just had to have a cast, but the cast was so goddamn funny because she could move the rest of her fingers perfectly fine, but her pinky had to be sticking out. So when she tried to pull a fist, it was all 4 of the other fingers, well 3 and the thumb, but whatever, were all fine, and there's just this huge ass fat pinky just sticking out of her fucking hand. It was so funny. And our good mate D was like, you know what would be funny? Hey Lee, you should come over. Oh yeah, okay, I'll come over. Pinky promise. Fucking hilarious. We ended up calling her a whole bunch of really mean things because we just couldn't help ourselves. We called her things like coat hanger, towel holder, washing line. We also made her pinky promise because we thought that was just fucking on point. So I think it was a couple days ago, we had to go to the hospital to get her finger checked out, see if she needed another cast or anything. And we also had to pick up my mate Austin because he was coming over for the night. So we went to the hospital, and it was boring because if you guys don't know, Hamilton Hospital is the longest fucking thing to wait at in your whole life. You will be literally sitting there for like half an hour at the reception area, and they'll be like, okay, yep, you can now move over to reception D. What? Yeah, you're at reception B at the moment. You move over to reception D, and once you're there, then we'll be able to take you in. We waited another half an hour. Why couldn't we just wait at fucking reception D at this all around at the same time? No, we have to fucking switch it up. Why don't we? We finally got to the place where they took the x-rays and stuff. I was just chilling there texting one of my mates, but the x-ray took less time than I actually thought it would. It took like 5 or so minutes. I was just sitting in the waiting room, and then they were like, yep, we'll just escort you back to reception C and you can wait there. We were waiting at reception C for half an hour, and then they call out my mum, and they're like, okay, we'll just get you to sit in this room. I've been there before, because being the absolute smartest person I possibly could, I broke my arm at the start of last year, so I knew how fucking long they take, because I used to have to wait there for, I think, an hour once. I got to school so late that day, but I felt that they were going to take a very long time. So, being the little shit I am, I ran over to the glove box, not the glove box, the one under the car, like a box full of gloves, and I blew it up. Yep, and I was playing Don't Touch the Ground with a blown up glove in a hospital. Hell yeah, right? It was actually genuinely fun, and a good way to pass time, but they didn't take as long as I thought. So a lady just walks in, and I'm just standing there kicking a glove balloon around her room, which it doesn't sound like the best thing to do. And yeah, so they talk some shit, didn't really listen, was on my phone again. They said that the cast actually made the bone slide down a bit, which was kind of gross. But whatever, not me. After we went there, we went to go get the ticket. So when you go to the Hamilton Hospital, you have to, well, I think it's in all areas like that, you have to get that ticket and then you put it back in. Well, we put the ticket in the little machine to say that we're leaving, and then we were about to get into our car. Declined it. Yep, no, your ticket doesn't work. No, sorry. So then we went over to this other random ass chick, and she was like, oh yeah, you're gonna have to go down to B5 and walk across the road to go to the reception area. Why the fuck? Come on. It was really, really annoying. So we took the elevator down to B5, and then we went across the road, and we were like, yeah, hey, kind of want to leave. We're a bit late to pick up my mate, you know. It's only what, 4:45. We were meant to pick him up at 4, but you know, it's all good. 15-minute drive. We should be fine, right? Right on time. And she was like, sorry about that. And then she takes for fucking ever to get a new one. And we finally got one. And we're like, oh, sweet. That's $4.50. Okay, shit. Money's in the car. So we went back, got the money out of the car, came back, gave it to her, tried to leave, and then went straight to the car. Mum actually forgot what floor we were on. So that would have been fucking hilarious if I lied to her and I said we were on like C11 or something. We were on C7, I think, but she thought we were on like B7 or whatever it was. I don't know. It was just very funny. And we got that and we were like, oh, fine, a fucking league, kia ora. We hopped in the car and got ready to leave that help it that makes you wait like 18 extra hours. Once we got all our shit together and left, we didn't, funny thing, left. I wish we left that early. We got into the line of the cars waiting by that little arm thing that you have to put your ticket in so you can go. We got into one of the lines, and one of the lady at the front, the very front, her car didn't work. And there were people behind her, so she couldn't back up fully, because otherwise she'd crash into us. But she couldn't, literally, she just stuck. She couldn't do anything. So, being the good person she is, and instead of, like, when you get stuck like that, you don't ask people to back up slightly. No, you just fucking drive backwards straight into the curb. That's what you do. So that's what she did. She just almost crashed into a couple of the cars and just backed up into a curb, into the incoming lane. And she was like, alright, you guys can go now. Like, fuck me, mate. If you did that any later, you would have got driven over. It was not a very safe situation. Be like, you know what, fuck it. We went to go pick up my mate Austin, and we're like, you know what, it's only 5:30, let's go for a swim. So we went down to this the wharf, and fuck was it good. Did I just get kill cam? I think I did. No. So we went down to the wharf, and it was pretty cool. We started popping some manus, and we're like, oh yeah, cheer, look at this manu, it's good as. These fucking tank ass moldy blokes, the fucking brothers G, they came over and they're like, oh, we'll pop one. Like, alright, go. Fucking hell, are they professionals or something? We got showed up. We didn't hop into the water till like 15 minutes later because we got showed up so bad. We were like, oh no, we'll wait for a bit, eh? Fuck, mate. This one bloke, straight up, he was doing flips into manus. Like, he'd do a backflip manu. Fuck that. I can't even do it. Well, I can't even do a backflip into the water. Like, bro. And then, as soon as they left, we tried to do something. We fucked up. And we were like, oh shit, not as good as him. And we went home and we were just, me and Austin were just chilling. And we watched a movie called Absolutely Anything. The one where the dog asked the owner to shag his leg. And keeps on yelling out, shag her. That awesome movie. We watched that one, and then my mum went to sleep, so we chucked on The Conjuring. I mean, it's only midnight, right? It can't be that bad. Holy fuck, our Snapchat story was embarrassing. It was just us screaming our asses off, like, for so long. It wasn't even, oh fuck, mate. Cause I mean, I'm okay with horror movies, like, don't get me wrong, but when it's midnight, it's kind of scary. And when we see fucking demons and shit, we don't necessarily feel very comfortable when we're in a pitch black room with a huge ass ranch slider beside us. And we're like, oh my fuck. Some moments we scream, some moments we hid behind our blankets. I know I'm a pussy, I'm sorry. After we watched The Conjuring 1, we were like, oh, it's 2. Yeah, fuck it, let's watch The Conjuring 2. Most people say it was worse. I actually preferred it though, I reckon it was good. But most people are like, oh no, it was shit as. But I actually reckon it's fucking pretty good. And we watched that, I think it was like 4 or something, and we were like, oh, we'll just watch some fucking YouTube. Watch my homie iDubbbz, he's literally the man, G, straight up. We watched him for a bit, and then we went, well, we didn't necessarily go to bed, we like looked at the time and we're like, holy fuck. It's 5 AM, we need to be up in like 4 or 5 hours to drop him off. That day, holy shit was I tired. I was fucking, like, I was meant to go into town with one of my mates, but I just slept the whole fucking day, because I was just out of it, eh. And being the smart guy I stayed up till 3 the next day, that morning / night after. Yeah, smart Bailey, right? Fucking... Need any tips, G? Come to me, cause I've got them all. Then the absolute OG Phil came over. Now think about my Uncle Phil. He is literally the man. Like, he is my dude. Cause he's just a fucking funny guy. Like, we literally have sentences that we yell when we get bored. We'll just yell them at each other, and they consist of, "What the fuck? Don't touch my stuff," and "I'm sozy." So, natural reaction when I see my uncle, haven't seen him in a couple months. First thing I thought, oh, what do I say to him? What the fuck? And he's like, what the fuck? And we're just, it's like a very weird way that we communicate with each other. Oh, I'm so dead. Yeah, there we go. It's like our own little language. And he'll be like, I'll have you right now. I'll be like, fucking bring it then, boy. It's our own little language that we have much fun talking in. Can a warden see me if I'm invisible? Hopefully not. Ah, don't do that. We had a pretty good night. We just chilled. Had a beer by Darren's grave. Fucking cheer, brothers. It was sweet. But that was, yeah, it was a pretty good night. Other than the part that I was fucking tired as shit and everything, and all that. But other than that, it was cruisy as. Would fucking do it again easily. Oh, you lying down bastard! Oh fuck! Can I spawn, please? Please, mouse. Fuck, that's another YouTuber I really like. It's Filthy Frank, G. Straight up. My favorite YouTubers at the moment have to be Memulous. Oh, well, I don't have a favorite. I like all these guys pretty equal. It's Memulous, Will NE, what's his name? iDubbbz, Filthy Frank, Max Mofo, and what's H3H3 Productions. They are just fucking hilarious. And then the video that fucking, what's it called, that chick gets offended by, air conditioning is sexually offending. Shut up, please. Get some dick. Well, that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you guys for listening, and I'll catch you guys up on the next one. See ya.